This is Eitan Weinstein.
And I'm Naor Menninger, and you're listening to Two Nice Jewish Boys.
This podcast is sponsored by The Forward. Stay up to date with unlimited access to news, culture, and opinion all through a Jewish lens. And for our listeners, for 2NJB listeners, get 6 months of The Forward for $15. An exclusive subscription offer for our listeners, forward.com/2NJB, and get 6 months for $15. Also in collaboration with Arutz Sheva, IsraelNationalNews.com. And last but not least, in collaboration with Australian Jewish News, check them out at ajn.timesofisrael.com. What do you do in your free time? Do you paint, cycle, study a foreign language? Well, our guest today climbs mountains. Not hills, but mountains. Okay, and not just any type of mountain. She climbs the mountains that are almost impossible to climb. Her most recent peak was Ojos del Salado in Chile, the highest active volcano in the world. And this is what she does on her free time. Daniel Wolfson is a lawyer, a corporate lawyer by trade, but in her free time, she runs marathons, does triathlons, and conquers some of the highest summits in the world. We are super, super thrilled to have Daniel Wolfson on the podcast tonight to talk about the injury that led her to mountain climbing, the crazy dreams climbers have at high altitudes, and the crazy dream she has at all altitudes, the dream of being the first Israeli woman to climb Mount Everest. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm just blown away just by that introduction.
Wow, you introduced me so well. I didn't know. Wow.
You didn't know all that stuff.
I didn't know that stuff, yes. But wow.
Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
We just learned.
Yes, it's happening on Saturday.
On Saturday, yes. 10 April, I'm flying to Kathmandu. And I'm starting my expedition, my mountain, Everest mountain. Yes, but it started before, long time ago. Yes,
so before we dive in, we have a sponsor for the episode. So,
which again, I did not forget.
Yes,
you keep passing the test. Very good job. If you're listening, you probably have some interest in Israel. Okay, and that's saying it lightly. You probably have a lot of interest in Israel. Well, Masa Israel Journey is the marketplace for long-term opportunities in Israel. You got to check them out. Masa Israel Journey. Okay, you can explore your career path. You can live out your passions, and at the same time, make a positive impact on the world. During the pandemic, Masa created opportunities where you can actually come to Israel and work and study remotely from Israel, so you have to be here. You don't need to pause your life. You don't need to know Hebrew, okay? But you do get funding. So you go to masaisrael.org/2nicejewishboys, TWO, nice Jewish boys, and check out all the amazing opportunities they have.
Including us. Yeah, we're there.
You can intern on the podcast, and you can do a lot of other really, really interesting stuff. Check them out, Masa Israel Journey, masaisrael.org/2nicejewishboys.
So, Daniel, why do you climb mountains?
Oh, it's my question every time. But when I'm, the important day in the mountains, it's a sunny day. Like you can have an expedition for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It depends on the how high altitude the mountains. But the important day is the sunny day. And every time I'm asking the same question when it's going to be like after 10 hours, 12 hours, I'm asking, why I'm climbing? And
the summit day is, look, you're talking to complete ignorance. So summit day, it's the day that you are supposed...
on the peak.
At the peak, yes. But and I'm starting now from the end to the beginning, but we will go to the beginning. Like, I'm asking myself, like, what is it? Is it ego? Like what I want to prove to myself? Okay, it's 1 mountain, 2 mountain, 10 mountain, 15 mountain. How many mountains do I need to do to prove myself that
maybe you're just a psychopath?
So
That's,
So-
you're like, that's a possibility.
First of all, I'm telling that I'm narcoman of mountains. Like
Okay.
it's absolutely like it's a good. I'm telling that that I'm investing in myself in mountains, and I'm happy to do it. Like it's not cheap, like
Yeah.
cheap hobby. We will speak about it. But when I'm on the mountains, I feel like myself, like naked. Like you I cannot even explain. Like my soul is dancing inside myself. Like I am naked, and I am as is. As you represented me, I am a lawyer. I'm a lawyer almost, I think, like 17 years already. And I play the game. I'm a lawyer. I have an office. I have employees. So I have companies that I'm taking care, giving legal advices. So like it's a game in this world. And when I'm coming to the mountain, like I'm only me with the basic things. And I
It's
think
very
that-
humble.
yes, humble. And I go out of comfort zone and becoming by myself. And I met a lot of people in very, very high status, like very, very in high positions, in the owners of the companies, and with million and billions of assets, and their behavior like children. And you cannot believe, like somebody that is not honest and not himself or herself, it's not working in the mountain. Like mountain cannot forgive it. Like you must to be like yourself without any noises. It doesn't matter if you are poor or you are rich. Doesn't matter at all. What you like to eat, how do you like to, if you like to shower or you would like to sleep on the good bed or with a good mattress, it doesn't
That's
matter.
not an option
It
usually.
doesn't. It's not an option.
Yeah.
So you have to come and to accept the rules.
Count me out, by the way.
Yes.
So I have two questions. One, I'm sure money can't buy you any more comfort on a mountain. That's one. And two, do you do this alone?
So money can buy a little bit better service, but it's also the limit till the base camp. Like in every mountain, we have starting climbing, becoming to some base camp. What is base camp? The base camp that you can build a camp, like it's camp from the tents. So we have a tent for the food, you have a tent for the sleeping, you have a tent, maybe shower tent, maybe bucket shower, maybe for toilet. And it like statistically it's like on the altitude like 5,000, 5,200, like 4,000 and 500, and after that it's starting like base camp 1, base camp 2, base camp 3. So in base camp 1, 2, 3 and the summit you cannot buy anything. Like there is a tent and the basic food that you are preparing by yourself, or maybe in some places there is some Sherpa, like I'm in Nepal, we will speak about it. There's some Sherpas that guiding, and that's all. Like you are in the same clothes, you cannot even change the clothes because of the temperature outside. And
Really? If you take off your clothes?
no, you cannot. Like for the summit day, you can even stay 3, 4, 5 days with the same clothes. Like you.
Wow.
But do
Not
you sweat
changing.
in the...
Not sweating, it's like cold outside. It happens sometimes minus 20, minus 30,
Right.
minus 40. Sometimes in the tent, yes, it can be warm. So you're staying in the thermal, like in the basic layers, and sleeping like that. But we're speaking about like already the high camps and high mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And
But money doesn't really buy you much comfort at
no,
base camp 1 and
no.
up. You're
No.
on your own.
your own. Okay,
And
yes.
do you do it alone? Or with people?
Yes, no, I'm not doing it by myself only. So of course, in the mountain you are by yourself. Like it depends on me. But every time I'm joining a different expedition, and lately, for a few years ago, I found the Russian company. Russian expeditions, they are doing these expeditions that I wanted, and I want to reach these summits, like to finish, of course. 7 summit, it's every mountain on
On each continent.
on each continent, yes. and I found them that I can join them. Of course, I speak Russia. I born in Russia. I came to Israel when I was 10 years old with the family, and now I'm very happy that I'm speaking Russian. But it wasn't like that before. So it was many problems when I was in the school and started the life in Israel.
But it's interesting because it's like you say,
Yes.
you have to be yourself, and like, you know, it's almost like you had to you join these Russian expeditions because you're going back to your roots. when
Absolutely
you-
right.
yeah.
And first time when I joined Russian expedition, they were listening to some music that it was in my mind, but I didn't listen it to in Israel for like
You
So-
suppressed your
25 years. Like
Yeah.
nothing, and they're speaking Russian, and I even could barely speak Russian. So of course I understand Russian. I spoke with the parents Russian, but I tried to answer in Hebrew. And you know, when you are coming to Israel as a child, you want to be part of the Israeli community, part of the Israeli friends, and not to be with the Russian like Russian mentality. And I was really even sometimes I was like very shy and ashamed that like Russian mentality, and I have even accent, and people told me that I accent, and I didn't like it, but what can I do? Like, it's my roots. And in this case, in the mountains, I brought my roots, like I go back to my roots, and I understand. So it's so powerful. It's so
and
powerful.
now after, you're more proud of your Russian heritage?
I'm more proud that I am Israeli, and I have this advantage that I speak Russian and I understand Russian, but I can do it like an Israeli person because I'm so Israeli, like I pro-Israeli, and I can do like an Israeli person, like an Israeli woman, that I
Yeah.
can be on the summits of mountains and the places that no woman like wasn't, and even no men's, but it's
Yeah.
like I'm proud of it.
Wow.
Like I don't feel Russian, but I feel that I have so big advantage that I know that I'm born in Russia.
But
that I
there is the
speak Russian.
cliche of
Yes.
the Russian mentality that pushes you to the limits and achievements. Like you had a badass mom or something?
Absolutely.
So,
like
Tell us
like
about
like
your Soviet mom, like
a
a
Soviet mom,
hard-ass
yes,
Soviet
but-
mom.
yes, but you
Okay.
know, it happened when I was 10 years old. We came to Israel, me, and I have two sisters and mother and my grandmother. My father was in the Soviet army, so in Afghanistan he was a pilot, so he died and during the army. So we came like women to Israel, and my mother told us, if you want something, I can give you the basic, like the food and place to sleep. If you want something to buy to yourself, go to work. Like we were 10 years old, 11 years old. So my sister and me.
Wow.
So that's all. And you have nothing. And like we came to Israel, and me and my sister.
I'll cry if my mom says that to me today. I'll be like, but I want something to eat.
She told me, if you want to buy clothes or you want to go to buy anything, you can go to work. It's okay.
Wow.
It's okay. So I remember that we were studying in the school, and after school we are going to some place. We're working, me and my sister, with doing some flowers. Like, and I remember
flower
it was
arrangement.
Yes, like arrangement, and it was like I remember it was like 5 shekels per hour, and we were so happy that we have some, money to buy something. And after school we are going every day, and finishing the school finishing the work at 9 evening, 10 evening, coming home, doing homework, and did everything by
That's
ourselves.
incredible. That's incredible.
Yes, so it's Russian. So she told us like that. Like, if you want, do yourself.
So take us back to, first of all, we have to thank Danielle. She brought us a wonderful wine. We're doing like a free advertisement for
Yes.
these guys. Kerem Ben Zimra comes at a high recommendation from
Wow, very good wine.
Danielle.
Yes.
But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really, wow.
Let me pour you some more.
Yeah, we're going to invite you again now.
Thank you. I need to drink a lot. I'm going with the Russian expedition.
You can't drink on the mountain, I'm
Of course,
assuming.
we are drinking. We are drinking, and I
The
will tell
Russian
you,
expedition.
Russian expedition drinking, and I didn't know it, but I realized that they are drinking.
Really? There's no problem
No.
with the altitude?
No,
and-
drinking on the base camp. There are some places that it's allowed to drink,
Okay.
and it's good to drink
Really?
because we can speak about it. It's good to drink because people when drink, it's relaxed. People relaxing. People starting to be more free. they're starting to speak freely, to enjoy. Oh, because in the mountains you have all the time the tension. So sometimes you have to be relaxed, like you have to be like not all the time thinking what's going to be tomorrow, how we are going, how the weather is going. Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be windy? Is it going to be what we are going to do? But we are drinking, so it's
Vodka.
Vodka. Vodka. So yes.
So take us back to that injury that actually brought you to mountain climbing.
So 10 years ago, it was 2011. I decided to go. I have son. I don't know if you know. I have son. My son is 22. He's a hockey player. Yes, and he's playing in the USA. But
guys, if you don't watch the video,
yes,
Daniel looks basically younger than us. Like we're 30.
Yeah.
I have son.
I look like I could be your dad.
So yes, but I feel like I'm 20, like I'm 43,
Yeah, wow.
43, but I feel like my feeling is like I'm 20, 22. But my son is 20, so we go for vacation with friends, and I wanted to go with him for the ski vacation with my son to Italy, and my friends told me, no, let's go to Bulgaria. We are going with the friends, it's cheaper, and the children of my friends the first time, so let's go to Bulgaria. And I never changed things. And they told me, no, let's go. So I sent the cancellation to Clubmed in Italy and registered to Bansko to Bulgaria. So that's we came to Bulgaria. It was second day. In the first day we were trying. I felt that okay, everybody go to their group. My son go also to the group with the children, with the kids. Mm-hmm. He was like 11 years old, like 10 years old, yes, almost. And we go and started. So okay, it was second day, and I was sitting. I don't know how to explain. It's like elevation, like the open elevation, like you go up. Yeah, and near me was sitting some Italian guys. I was sitting, it was morning, 9 o'clock, like starting, like didn't even skiing yet because we were like starting going up. So I was sitting on the corner of the chairlift like this. An Italian guy, his stick was in my ski. So he put, and before the jumping, like we are jump, like when you can touch the ground.
When you reach the...
Yes, jumping. So he opened it before the time because he wanted to take his stick. I was sitting on the corner, like he just take the stick and I fall down. It was a 5 meters, high.
Wow, 5 meters.
5 meters, yes. So I fall down on the right side and...
And you broke your leg?
I broke my bone here. It's the biggest bone in the hip in the leg. So it was I have platina here. Like
so basically, you were on the ski lift. You were on the ski lift.
It's a chairlift, open chairlift, yes.
And he had his thing stuck in the.
Yes,
he had his stick stuck in the ski, and then he tried to pull it out, and you fell before you reached the.
Yes, it was like 5 meters to reaching. Yes, it's not so high.
5 meters to reaching, but also 5 meters down.
Like down. 5 meters down. Like
Italians.
Italians. Yes. And from
and did
then,
you fall on a rock or on
yes,
snow?
It was icy. No, it was no snowing. It was icy.
It was icy.
And it's broken. Yes, I understood immediately that something like
man.
And that's
then,
all. And they started to evacuate and started. It was not so because it was already more than 3,000 altitude. So it was high, like a last chairlift that you reach and you're starting skiing.
Could they reach you, or did they have to bring in
they
a helicopter?
They brought not helicopters. They brought like sleds, like something like that, and it took time until they brought me to the medical point. And after medical point, the doctor told whoa, never saw like this what happened to me, and they should to bring me to Sofia to the hospital because in Bansko 3 hours from Sofia, and there is no helicopter. They couldn't bring helicopter, so they took me by ambulance 3 hours, and but my leg was broken, like it was everything broken.
They drugged you at least?
They didn't give me anything because it was a medical point, and he couldn't give me anything. Like he understood that it's broken, and like he put like two cartons, something like that, and hold it, yes,
stabilize it
in order in ambulance. And every ambulance when he was like,
Oh,
Sophia and the road's
must have
not
been
so
painful.
good. So it was disaster.
Wow. And you didn't have any vodka, so.
No vodka, nothing,
Wow.
nothing. I understood that I didn't understand like what's going on to be. And when they brought me to hospital in Sofia, it was a public hospital. So they took a röntgen, they saw the legs, and they told me they need to operate immediately, like because it cannot, because it's a frame it was broken, and they should like to stabilize it and to strengthen it like to the leg, because otherwise it can be
The muscles.
the
and all,
muscles,
yeah.
everything.
So it was completely broken?
Yes, completely broken the bone. Yes, completely. It's like broken and like the bone
An R.
like this.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes.
God.
Wow.
That must
So-
have been painful.
Yes.
And so how does that, okay, so you go through this operation, you get out of it, thankfully, and you're here with us. But how after that operation...
Before
did-
that, you didn't climb mountains.
I didn't climb mountain. I didn't run.
took ski
I
lifts.
didn't do a triathlon. I like skiing. I liked sport. Like I was doing some exercise. I'm going to spinning, even not biking, like outside. No road bike, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like yes, when I was a child, I was playing tennis and swimming, but that's all. Mountains, I didn't know what about mountain. But so they operated me. It was a long operation. They operated me, and after that, I should be 1 week in the hospital, because only after 1 week they could send me home to Israel. And it was a rules of the insurance, so they cannot send because of the operation immediately to Israel. So need to check.
So
So
you're in a
it was a
hospital
1
in
week in the
Bulgaria.
hospital in Bulgaria, yes, and it was public hospital.
Not
And
a great place.
because of the rules of the insurance, so I should be by myself, only me in the room. So it was by myself. All the time it was like painful. So I told them all the time they're putting like morphine that not will pain. And, as I'm telling, everybody needs a dream. So I told them myself, I will show to everybody. Like I remember it. I will show to everybody. I will do Everest. So I didn't know what is
Especially,
Everest.
you'll show your mom.
I will show everybody that I will climb Everest. I knew that Everest is the highest mountain, like geographically. But
so
I
you
didn't,
made a vow.
I didn't know
Essentially.
anything about it. Like Everest. Where is it? Actually, I even didn't know that it's in Nepal. Like
Really?
in Nepal. I didn't know, like geographically, I knew that there's a mountain. And I wanted to, to hold something and to understand that I'm okay. And I told every day, all the day, I told to myself, I will show to everybody. I will climb Everest. I will climb Everest.
Wow.
And that's like
It got you through it. That's pretty amazing.
it was 10 years ago.
And now on Saturday,
Yes. So
you're flying.
yes. So I came to Israel. It was a lot of physio, PT. It was a lot of it took like 1 year until I could go, like could walk.
Really?
So
You
they
couldn't
told me,
walk?
No, I couldn't walk because because there was a bond that
So you were
איך
what
להגיד?
with?
לאחות. Like
It had to mend, yeah.
yes,
It had to-
so it didn't happen. Like it didn't happen. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months.
Meaning the bones had to
Yes,
fuse together.
Yes, together. And they
Yeah,
put
yeah.
platina, like begin inside the bone. So doctors in Israel told me, so listen, if it will not happen, we will do additional surgery and we will took it out and we'll put something
Probably
new.
if you go through the operation in Israel, maybe it would have been easier.
Of
but
course.
Because it was in
of course,
Sofia.
It was like all the technique
yeah.
and everything. Yes.
It was done badly.
Yes.
And
So-
it had to be done there. Like
yes.
they couldn't
Otherwise,
fly you.
I couldn't fly because I couldn't fly. It must be done because they need to fix the bond and it couldn't be done.
So how did you walk around? In crutches?
Crutches and kabay.
For a year?
Yeah, for almost a year. Yes, it's like
Wow.
almost 9 months, and after that, yes, I started to walk. Like the doctor told me running. No, forget about it.
Never.
I didn't run, but I asked the doctor if I can run. Running? No. Biking? No. You have to thank you that you can walk without like by yourself. Like
Did
by
he say
yourself,
that you'd
maybe.
never be able to run, or
No,
did he-
no running. He told me forget about it.
No, I'm saying ever in the future, or he said for now.
No. With
Never.
this side of with this operation with this platina, no running.
Never.
People not running.
Wow.
Like
That's crazy.
not running. Like, and they told me that it will be like this leg will be shorter than this leg. They told me things. So he told like
And
Forget
you are
about it.
today doing marathons and
and
triathlons.
yes, Ironman, yes, and marathons and but the climbing, yes, it always
Maybe I should break my leg.
no.
Give it here. Give it here.
If I drink enough, maybe. Maybe it'll happen. Wow, that's really, really
It's
incredible.
crazy. It's like in a movie.
Yeah. It's like
It
I feel like we
happened.
just need a soundtrack and we have ourselves like a great movie.
Bestseller. Yeah.
Box office hit.
Box office hit. Wow. Okay. So you went through the physiotherapy and finally you could walk.
Yes, I could walk, of course.
But now comes the part where you actually need to pursue the dream.
Yes, so it took 1 year, 2 years. I found that there is some running team in Tel Aviv, so I decided. But no, before there's a Tel Aviv night run.
Night
It was
run.
night run. Yes,
10K.
10K. Yes,
Yeah.
and it happened. Yes, and I decided. So I decided, why not? Maybe I can come and I can walk. Like I wanted for myself to prove that it's okay. Like during that situation, it was 10 years ago. I was 33, like a young person, and I thought, how I can live? Like what? I'm going to be handicapped? Like I'm going to be like what? How I can? Who will want to like? How I can continue working? Or, say like thoughts like that. Like who will speak with me? Like nobody will interesting in me. And so I wanted something for myself to prove myself that okay, I'm okay. Like I'm okay. And I go to the night run. And I simply like even not running. Like I was running and walking, walking, but I finished like 10K. It was
Wow.
only 10K. So it was like running, walking, but I was so happy that I did something and I finished it. Like, oh, okay. And then I didn't finish the last one. Yes, the people.
Was it night when you
It was night.
crossed the finish line, or was it
night.
more? Was
No,
it the morning
was a
run?
night. It was in the night.
so
It's a night run.
I have to understand. No, I'm saying like maybe you got there only in the morning, but when you're doing this, when you decided to do the night run, was Mount Everest in your head?
No, like it's no, but I feeling that I need to prove myself. No,
So you'd forgotten about
I
Everest.
forgot when I come to Israel from the Bulgaria. It took 1 year, second year, 2 years. I forgot about it. And what happened after I ran this night run? I decided, okay, there are people running seriously. Like I saw like names of the running clubs. Thought, okay, I will join to some running club like in Tel Aviv, and I will start for the beginning, like with the beginners, like to start running, like walking, running. And I found some Marta. Is Marta name of the club? The owner of this club is Daniel Karen. It's important because this person will be very, very important after in my life and
story.
like a milestone. And I started in this group. It was twice in the evening and once in the Friday. And I started like running a little bit, and I was progressing. And he was like a newsletter. And after he told in the group, in the team that he's going to Nepal, and Daniel Kern already did Everest. I didn't know, but he already climbed Everest. It's one of the men that climbed Everest in Israel. And he climbed a lot of other mountains. Also, he did a lot of mountains. He's a climber, like mountains. And he told that he's preparing a expedition to Nepal, to base camp, and there can be possibility to run marathon Nepal. Run marathon Nepal on the base camp of Everest. Like, and like how it come to me. Like I didn't know when I came to Daniel Kern. I didn't know that. Like,
that he's a Mount
and he told that
Everest.
he's preparing. Yes.
And
it was like
Marathon Nepal is
from
no,
base camp
I
from Everest that I'm going to be now in base camp Everest, and you are doing trek to base camp, and from base camp you are running to Namche Bazaar, like going down,
which is 42
kilometers. Yes,
42.
42.2. So it starts from base camp, and
Wow, you run that? Isn't it
and
like
it was
rocky?
just
Is it
but and it was, and he told that it's going to be in April, 29 in April. But this year, if you remember, it was 2015.
Uh-huh.
It was I forgot in English. Raidat Adama, no?
There was an
Earthquake.
earthquake.
Earthquake in Nepal.
Ah.
So in April 2015 it was earthquake, so it's postponed. So meantime he told, okay, it's postponed, but people that registered to this expedition, we can go to Romania.
You registered.
Yes, I registered. Yes,
You
yes.
had just gotten over your injury. You started running. How long had you been running for? 6 months? Year?
No. It already was 1 year, 1 year and a half.
One and a half
something good.
years
Yes,
in,
yes.
you're like, I'm gonna go
Yes.
run a
Like-
marathon in
like
Nepal.
like I will try. I didn't know. Like I will try. Big like I told maximum what can happen. I can walk. Like it's a little bit a different marathon. It's not like the road mountain.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a uphilling. It's road hilling. Like it's going up and down, up and down. So he told that people going even walking this marathon, like walking, running. I thought, oh, it's for me. Walking, running, it's good. I didn't know, but this Everest, and he told me, like I understood that. Wow, how it can be.
Something here is
Something
calling
here-
my
yes,
name.
Yes, and things that happen, not happening like for nothing, and
By chance.
by chance. So in April it's postponed, and we go with him in June to Romania. Romania, there's some mountains, some climbing, some snapping, some doing, and it's the first time when I was in the mountain. Like Romania, it's not so high mountains, like 2,600.
Hey, don't offend our mountains.
You got a
Yes.
Romanian here.
Yes. Yeah, it's gorgeous
you.
use,
Thank
gorgeous place.
Yes.
And then there, I felt wow. Like I told you before, that I felt like wow, something happens to me. Like something happens. Like I feel like I'm the strongest person. I'm leader in. I'm myself. Of course, all this year I continued to work in law office. I was in a big law office. I continued to working, and of course, working every day. And there, I did. Wow, it was something happened in that like trip in Romania. It's even not expedition. It was 10 days, I think. And we are doing some climbing mountains, doing some snapping, doing some trekking, and that's all. It something happened to me, like something opened in myself.
Wow.
And after that we came back. They told that they postponed this marathon and base camp into September, end of September, October.
2015.
And of course I joined to September and October to Nepal, and it's first time I was in Nepal. I can or you can fall in love in Nepal, or you can hate it. Like it's there's no in between, like no in the middle. Or you can fall in love in Nepal, and that's all. Like the life is changing, or you can hate it and you will not come again to this place. And it was wow. So we starting climbing. You need to climb to base camp. Like base camp, it's like 5,200. So we are climbing. It's too.
Which is just like a mountain in and of itself.
Yes, like
And that's
it's
taller
high.
than any mountain in Israel and most of the world, right? That's
Yes.
itself pretty high.
Like it's high, and you need to acclimatize for this place to come to reach base camp. It took 2 weeks. Like every day
There's
we
the
were.
thing when you go up and down, up and down.
Yes, all the time, and you have your acclimatization. There are some people. It was an Israeli expedition. I think yes, we were 8 Israeli people, and some people felt bad. Some people didn't feel good. They have headache. They was very weak, and
You were fine.
as we progress and going up and up, I felt better and better. And I say
Russians, man. Russian
and in
genes.
Russia, that's all. That's why I wanted to tell you. In Russia, you have this meaning, like you have gene of altitude. Like in Russia, it's called gen vysоты, like gene of DNA of altitude. So if you have it or you don't have it, like it's not. It's something inside yourself.
In America, we have something called gene of couch.
Gene
of couch.
Yes.
And it's just
By the way,
something
Yes.
it makes sense if your father was a pilot,
Yes, and
right?
you cannot believe it. Like people feeling bad, they have no they don't no. The first symptoms in the altitude, like headache,
Yeah.
you want to throw out,
Hallucinations.
hallucination, you don't want to eat, you have no appetite, nothing. And I want to eat. I'm very hungry. I'm helping everybody. I don't have no headache, nothing. Like I feel very good. The people telling me, can you bring for me something like something like that? Can you go to do it? And I have nothing. Like I feel okay. So I understood that something is happening. Something is happening in myself, and to go to base camp and to see all the way you see the mountain Everest. You of course you see Lhotse and you have Nuptse, many high mountains like up 8,000, but Everest all the time. Like I'm going and I see Everest, and I told one day I will be there.
So out of the 7, how many have you climbed?
I come from the 7. I climbed 3 mountains. 3. It's like Kilimanjaro in Africa, Elbrus in Russia, like in Europe, and Aconcagua in the South America.
And which was the hardest?
Aconcagua is 7,000. It was not easy. I climbed more. Like I climbed more than like 20. I'm not counting mountains, but from the 7th summit, it's like 3 mountains, and it's going to be like the 4 mountain Everest, and it's after that I hope that I will reach the summit and I will go down, because it's not important only to reach the summit. It's very important to go down.
Yeah,
like
so
the mountain should let you go down. It's
like a spiritual thing.
Absolutely. So more like accidents happens when you are descending,
Really?
going down. Yes.
Because you're euphoric and...
Yeah, absolutely. You are, of course, you are not concentrated. You are tired, like after 10 hours, 12 hours, and you are thinking that going down is going to be easy. No. So in the descending, it should be more very concentrating, and to do it like it's not only to go to the summit. And a lot of accidents happens
On the way down.
on Everest.
What was your scariest moment to date?
Scariest moment in
the mountain?
Mountain? The weather. When I was in November in Ecuador, and we were climbing Chimborazo. Chimborazo is 6,300, and they told us that we have in the high camp already 5,800, and in the night we started our climbing. The weather was bad, very, very bad, and we knew that. But you want to try. And at 6,000 started windy, snowing, and they told that it's going to be avalanche. Like if you're continuing, and I told, no, I'm continuing. The guides told me, no, you're not continuing. I told them, no, I'm continuing. They told me, you're not continuing. I'm told, no, I told them, the mountain, your mind is not thinking so well. And I told me, you go, I will go there. They told me, no. So they took me started and told me, no, you cannot go. You cannot go. Like it was like starting avalanche, and it was scary. And I was so much going, yes, to reach the summit, like 300 meters to the summit, and starting even. Never you cannot, like if there is a guide, you need to listen to the guide. Even if you think that you are right, and you never can quarrel with the guide and tell to the guy, no. And I
The guides are local.
Yes, local, of course, local.
And when you're up there, one of the side effects of the height is your judgment sometimes.
Absolutely, no judgment, not okay. Yes. So it's like.
And you get aggressive, you get confident, you get assertive.
It's something happens. Yes, it's something happens that you are aggressive, and you are starting to do things like that shouldn't happen, like.
And you also start to have weird dreams, apparently.
When there's on the sleeping, yes, of course, it's hallucination, like hallucination. Yes, of course.
So what kind of dreams?
Like very scary dreams, like somebody is kidnapping you. Many times I dreams like about people that already died, like coming in dreams, or something happens, like very bad things happens. Yes, it's a hallucination. It's something that it's happens in the high altitude, and
you're saying hallucination because it's not like a dream where it doesn't feel real and you wake up and it's over and done. It's hallucination, like you remember it vividly and it's like it happened.
Absolutely, it's like vividly, like it's really happens. It's like really happens. It was once time when I was and 6,000 altitude, was sleeping in the tents, and I was dreaming. It's sleeping, not sleeping, but it was hallucination. I saw that somebody is going inside my tent and taking something and want to take me. Like I was thinking that it happens. Like I opening eyes and I understand that it happens, but it's not happens. Like it's not. And I heard noises and somebody inside my tent, and I started to to yellow and people that will come.
Wow.
Things happens. Yes,
That's
but
crazy.
Very
So people
intense.
are waking up and
waking
shouting.
up, nobody's
and-
sleeping. Yes, it's like
Yeah.
nobody's sleeping at this altitude. Like nobody's sleeping. It's
That's crazy.
like you need to sleep, even you need to close the eyes and
But
Sounds like a great setting for a horror movie, right? Like a very,
Yeah.
like, right? You don't know what's real, what's not.
I wonder, two questions. First of all, your mom, is she still around?
so
Because I
I
wonder how
decided
she.
she's not telling me anything,
Okay.
and I decided when I'm not telling anything, like also like when I'm going to the mountain, when I'm in the airport, I sending a message that I'm not going to be like for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Don't worry. Like, that's all. That's all. Because I'm even not telling before that I'm going to do something, because I don't want to hear, oh, you don't need to do it, oh, it's not okay, oh, it's why you are doing it. I don't want to hear it. So many times that I'm just sending the message, and my son is very angry on me on that. Like he told me all the time, like you're telling me in the last minute, like I never know where are you.
Wow.
Yes, but
You don't even tell them before you're going to the airport? Like you get to the
No,
airport and you send them a
I'm telling
message?
you, yes, 2 weeks, I will be available on the phone, WhatsApps, send me messages. Yes, he's living in the USA, so it's like not in Israel. So like
So
said,
hopefully he doesn't hear this.
yes, and no, but for this mountain now for Everest, yes,
Everybody knows.
I decided to tell. Yes, it's like
It's a big thing.
big thing, and things can happen, and everything can happen. And if I heard some sentence that some very very professional alpinist alpine guys that told me that if you are not scary, you shouldn't go to the Everest. Like if you are not scary, if you are not thinking about things that can happen, if your life more important than climbing Everest, don't go there. And things happens. Like on Everest, things happen. We know that there's bodies and many bodies that still there, and they maybe part of them reach the summit and go down, and something happened, or there's no oxygen, or they're frozen.
Is there statistics? Like how many people have died
Yes,
over the
if
years?
if I'm not wrong, it's 286 or 276. So we can check. But
People
yes,
died
yes.
in the last...
They're on the mountain. Not many people also dying in the camps or in other camps, but on the mountain, the bodies. It's
Meaning, and they're there because no one can retrieve
no,
them?
it cannot be evacuated. On these altitudes, there's nobody can come and evacuate bodies. Like it
So they
cannot
stay
happen.
there?
They stay there, of course. They're frozen. They stay there, of course.
So all those 270 bodies
yes.
are.
They even there is a jokes. It's not good jokes, but they are telling, okay, when you see the green boots, go right, and when you see the yes and red pants, go direct straight.
And
yes, and you
that's,
see this body, yes.
And you see?
You see it?
Of course. There's after 8,000, there is a body, so nobody can evacuate. Of course, it's like
You just
something
see the
that-
body.
see the body.
And it's frozen?
Frozen.
Because, I mean,
you don't
it's
see-
preserved because of the
yes,
ice, so
of
it's
course, and
frozen.
there's
Oh
frozen.
my God.
Yes, it happens, and on the Everest it
That
happens like
is
it's
terrifying.
yes,
But thousands and thousands of people are climbing
climbing
every...
and climbing and
Yeah.
climbing, and as I told you, there is a bad reputation for Everest, because there are things that if you pay money for expedition, so you can reach the summit, and if you are rich, you can go to the summit, and there are Sherpas that will help you and will bring you to the summit. But it's not like that. Okay, it's right. Today is a better equipment, not like when it happened, like when Hillary and Tenzing, the first guys that reached the summit. Of course, there is a very good equipment, like
GPS.
good climbing boots, like a good pants and coats and things, and of course, and the gloves, much better, of course. And the service is better in the base camp, so you have a better food, you have a better tents. So I agree. So you can improve your conditions during this expedition, but you have to do it by yourself. Everything but yourself. If you didn't acclimatize it right, you cannot go there. Like, you can try, but there is a percent of success will be very low if you didn't come physically prepared. So it will hard. It can happen, it will not happen. If you didn't climb before mountains and didn't know how your body can react on the high mountain, so things can happen.
And there's a chance that you reach again 200 meters from the top, and then the guide will tell you we're going down.
Everything can happen. Not even they can tell. If you are not reaching before, till 1 o'clock p.m., you cannot stay there, because after that it's become very windy. The weather is changing like in seconds, and you have to go down. If you go very slowly, and like it's 200 to the summit, but the time is like 1 hour p.m., like afternoon.
So what's the window? Because too early in the morning, it's too cold?
Too cold, but it's better. It's the best. If we start on the summit day, we start like 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., 12 p.m., because in the night, it's cold, right? But the snow is better. Like, so it's not soft snow.
So you climb through the night?
Of course, only in the night. Only through night, of course, because the snow is not so soft. It's less shiny. There's no sun. Not so soft, so it's icy. It's good. It's good when the icy. It's hard. You can go.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
So you're climbing through the night with night terrors, with dead people.
It's better
along the way. That sounds
it's
like
just
a nice little walk through the
not
park.
Not seeing anything. Like, and when you have Hillary steps, and you
until
have
you don't have flashlights.
Of course, only with the flashlight.
Turn your flashlight, and there's a dead body.
You don't see. You don't see. No, it's better. It's.
I love how we're too like. There's this. We're terrified. We're like, no. And you're like, no, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem. No. In the night you don't see anything. You're so concentrated. But when you're coming back, like descending, so it happens. Like you're
scared Jewish boys.
And one more. After 8,000 meters, like. Everybody to yourself. Like, even sometimes you see somebody that's sitting and maybe person that's feeling not good, or it's cold. You don't stop to help this person. Like, after 8,000, like, you are by yourself. You are going and you don't see anything. Like, as you told, your judgment is not okay. Like, you don't see anything.
You might leave your friend to die.
Absolutely. And it happens. Like, it's a big dilemma. Like a big dilemma. What you are doing. Like, you're going step by step and wanted to reach the summit, or you're helping somebody and bringing him down, maybe. Or if you have oxygen, after 7,500, you start to using oxygen. So maybe this person, his oxygen finished, like, and he needs, so you are giving him your oxygen. What happens? It's a big dilemma. Nobody knows how to react, how to behave on that situation.
And these Sherpas,
yes,
do they do this every Monday and Thursday?
This Sherpa is like born in Nepal. This Sherpa is born in the mountain. Like, they are of course, they are acclimatization for this high altitude. Of course, they are doing not every day, but they're doing every season. Like, every season.
They go up a bunch of times, up and down. They don't need the oxygen.
They're using oxygen because they're helping, because they want to be more responsible for the clients. Like, they want to be, like, to help to the client. Like, if something happens, so they can help to the client. Yes. I see. We have, on some period, like, I think that from 7,500, starting to be like, to every mountain person is going to be one Sherpa. Like, and I'm even starting to sleep in one tent with Sherpa together. Like, we are going to be like one body together. So we are going to climb camp 3, camp 4, and the summit together with Sherpa. Like, he's with me, like, together with me, and like taking care of me or responsible of me. And we're doing.
And you're going to be the first Israeli woman.
Yes, I would.
Which is crazy.
Yes. It was 3 men, Israeli men, that climbed already. I know everybody. like Daniel Karen that I told before, that he climbed from the Nepal side, and there is also that did from Tibet. It also possibility to climb from Tibet side. Side. Now it's closed because there's no permits, but there's a possibility. And also Doron Arel that climbed 20 years ago from Nepal. And yes, no woman in Israel, of course, in world, woman, of course, did it and summited and reached the summit.
But still, it's Israeli history.
Israel
gonna be.
And I want to be like I want to be the one that could reach the summit
and inspire also maybe girls.
Yes. And
do you get to plant a flag?
Of course, first, of course, in each summit, every summit, I put a Israeli flag, like it's part of me, like it's all the time on my in my jacket, in my and the left side, all the time. And yes, every time when I'm climbing and I'm writing about it on my like some social networks, some place, so many women, many girls sending me private messages and tell us how you started, how to start, if it's possible, how you do it. And
that's
like
incredible.
I feel that I can inspire some woman even also people, men and women, but women. And I feel like, wow, it's, it's like fulfill me, like fulfill myself to telling them and to show that it's possible. It's not that I born some alpinist, like I born in mountains. No, like a regular woman.
The opposite. Yeah, you were injured and you thought maybe you couldn't run or be an athlete ever again.
And I'm all the time I'm telling I'm dreaming like a little bit more. I'm dreaming like I have more dreams than maybe other people, like a little bit.
Wow.
Amazing.
Really amazing. Thank you so much, Danielle.
Thank
you.
Good
luck.
Incredible
Thank
story.
You that you hosted me, and I hope that we will meet after
and you'll tell us
31 May, 1st June, and of course.
And yes, you could tell us how it was.
Yes, absolutely.
How Everest let you down.
Absolutely.
From the mountain.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you so much.
Very inspiring.
But most of all, thank you for the wine.
Yeah.
It's important,
Yeah.
Before we go, first of all, we're sponsored by
Masa Israel. Yeah, guys, check them out. masaisrael.org/2nicejewishboys. masaisrael.org/TWO Nice Jewish Boys.
You're on social media.
Yes.
How can people reach out?
Of course, it's Daniel Wolfson on Facebook.
With W.
Yes, it's Daniel W. Also in Hebrew, Daniel Wolfson. Or in Instagram, it's going to be Daniel Wolfson Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
And I even took some person that I will send him material and he will put some post on Instagram and stories and everything, because people asking me, we would like to follow you after your expedition. We'd like to see how you're progressing. So yes, so it's going to be. And
so check it out, guys. Daniel Wolfson, Daniel Wolf, WOLF, Son, SON. Daniel Wolfson. On Instagram, on all the social media outlets.
And so we're also sponsored by The Forward. So check them out. Go to forward.com/2njb and get a special discount.
Yes, get 6 months for $15.
Yes.
Forward.com/2njb.
Highly recommended content about the Jewish world.
Yes.
And also,
Arutz Sheva. IsraelNationalNews.com. Check them out. Arutz Sheva on Facebook. IsraelNationalNews.com is their website. They also have great content. English content coming from Israel, so you can stay updated to everything that's going on here.
And also the Australian Jewish News. Check
Yes.
them out, ajn.timesofisrael.com for the Australian perspective on the Jewish world. And last but not least, we accept donations, so please help us out. Go to twinjb.com/donate. And that is it. Thank you so much.
So much. Really fascinating
Been
story.
amazing.
thank you for hosting me, and we will update it. I will update
Yes.
you.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
guys.